Good evening, darlings, and a very, very warm welcome indeed to Thursday Night Live. Oh, yes, and what a joy it is to be with you, even though, well, don't worry about that. I'm still, oh my God, my head this morning was the worst ever. Oh, dear goodness gracious me. Oh, and it's still there. Anyway, that's by the by. I'm still alive and kicking, darlings, and that's the main thing, isn't it? Anyway, I hope your days have been splendid. I hope they've been filled to the brim with an extra helping of plumptiousness. And thank you so much for joining me for this community hour tonight as we together wave away Thursday and welcome in Friday, Poets' Day, darlings. Piss off early tomorrow's Saturday. Kegor number 1, well, has become a channel member right in front of my eyes. How fantastic. Thank you, Kegor, and I really, really appreciate the support, and I hope you will enjoy your channel member benefits. What a lovely start to the evening that really is, isn't it? So, well, what have we got over the next hour? All of the normal community fun and games, no doubt. Obviously, we are joined by our matching pair of his and hers highly powered hedgehogs of truth, complete with their firstborn. I've got a couple of bits to open from the lovely Tracy. No idea what they are. That will be a lovely surprise, no doubt. 2-ton Ted the Tenting Tin is on the windowsill because he's not going to get any action tonight, but he did have some action today, and I'm going to tell you all about that and the outcome of it all. It's a bit of a story, darlings. It's a bit of a story. We have got Sean's box, which is going to get its regular nightly pounding. It's a lucky box, really. Doesn't go short of poundings, does it? And it gets a rest on a Monday, and it gets a double helping on a Tuesday. Lucky old box, that's what I say. And of course, we have got Bosch. We have got the community portable electronic telephonic device upon which you could and hopefully will leave some voice notes, which I will play during the intermission, darlings, which will be coming up somewhere around the 11:30 mark. Now then, you lot have been busy as little buzzy bees in the comments, which is wunderbar. I shall ignore most of them, darlings. But I appreciate them all massively. And I'm going to get into your comments and start saying some hellos as soon as I've had a goodly slurp of my nice cheap wine. Because it's wine. And I'm poorly. It'll make my headache go away. Probably make it worse in the morning. Oh dear. But and food news. We need your food news. I know I don't need to tell you. I know you just know automatically. But I'll remind you anyway of the food news. And my food news is breakfast was my standard slice of lavishly buttered toast. Lunch was amazing. Lunch was Omrit's Momo that he made with the Momo chutney that his wife made. And the Momo were, superb, so juicy, so delicious. And the Momo chutney was to die for, but my God, was it spicy. You know me. I eat spicy food every single day of my life. Very spicy food, but my God. Literally, this bloody chutney. It was utterly delicious. So, it was so delicious. But I was literally, the sweat was dripping onto the table. But fabulous. Tonight will be staff curry. Tomorrow, massive treat tomorrow, darlings. Let me show you. We haven't had this yet this year, but we've got it tonight. wraps, staff wraps, especially made thin naan bread. And then, oh, look, that bit just needs to be eaten, doesn't it? And then in there, you've got chicken tikka with onion, peppers, cucumber, green chilies, and a sauce made with momo chutney and various other wonderful things. So that's lunch tomorrow sorted. Really looking forward to that. And I have got some things to tell you, darling. So it's going to be a busy old hour. Oh, and thank you to everybody who has already watched tonight's video. I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you for the comments that have been left on it. Really grateful. And yes, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. Right then, drinky time. And then we will fire back to the beginning of the comments. I think I've lost some, so I'll just say hello to people. You've been busy. Anyway, cheers, darlings. Your very good health. Bottoms up, if you're lucky lads. Up yours, if you're lucky ladies. And above all, and I say this with love in my heart, kindness in my eyes, and sincerity trumpeting out of my back bottom, get stuffed. Oh, that's welcome. Right, who's with us? We've got Stu, we've got Jim Bob, who's just watched the most boring video of mine ever. And I've really let myself down with that one. I agree, actually, it was dreadful. Oh, Jen is with us, the lovely Janine Watt. Peter P is with us all the way from Finland. Mystic Hair is here. The headmistress is here. Diane Sturdy. Stand up, tug your foreskin. Salute. Show some bloody respect when the headmistress enters the room. All of that. Oh, my head. Oh, God. Oh, I hope this goes away soon. I really do. Paulie Galtieri, the lovely Richard is with us. Emma Lemon is right on board. Lord Stiff Upper Lip VIP is in our midst. I know you're only kidding, Jimbo. Bernard's here. Hello, darling. How are you, my love? Who else we got? Who else have we got? We've got Stu. We've got Mark, Bad Books. We've got Mustard, Project. What? Daddy is here. Oh, my God. Oh, oh no. Weird Mustard has turned up. Bloody hell. Matron, I'm not calling you Daddy, mate. Matron is with us. Good evening, Matron. She's greeting everybody by name. Oh, Emma's going to call him Daddy. Hi, Daddy, Emma says. Oh. Who else have we got? Oh, we've got a telephone call from an unknown number. Who could this be? Good evening, mystery caller.
Good evening.
Hello?
Hello.
Ah, there we are. That's better. You're coming through loud and clear. How the devil are you?
Yeah, not bad. It's been a bit of a rough week, as you would expect. Wife's funeral Monday. I didn't know whether I was on my head of my ass on Tuesday.
How did it go, mate? How did it go?
It was okay. I mean, it was only immediate family, like 4 of us.
I remember you saying, yeah.
Yeah, and the priest was very nice. He was a Polish priest, but he did it in English and Polish, so it wasn't bad at all.
Was your wife Polish?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah. 41 years married to a Pole and still can't speak the language. Yeah. But yeah, it was as you would expect. I've had a look at the place where she was cremated, like Rawdon Crematorium.
Right.
And the grounds it's in are absolutely beautiful.
Oh, that's nice.
They've got like what we call a beck, a stream running down the side.
Yeah, I'm familiar with a beck, yeah.
So we're going to inquire about getting her interred there. So, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
So that when the inevitable happens, they can just pop the lid and pop me in there as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Are the family okay? Everybody dealt with it as
Yeah,
best
the
as they
family
can?
okay. The youngest daughter was having, a cry fit. Mind you, having said that, I was crying like a baby as well on Monday. So,
Oh, well, of course you were.
yeah, which is part of the course.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, been there.
Yeah.
It's
But I'm getting there slowly, so it's not bad. But the support,
cathartic. We need to grieve. We need that outpouring of emotion. It's the old line, isn't it? It genuinely is better out than in. And
yeah.
where's the shame? Where's the shame in grieving for somebody that you love dearly and that was a massive part of your life? And until you've gone through that, you can't move on. And I don't mean move on as in, right, that's all done with, forget about that. Because, of course, you never do. And
No.
you live with, I always describe it as that if I'm a jigsaw puzzle, then whenever you lose somebody, then one piece of your jigsaw has gone, and you're never the complete picture again. But you do have to keep going, don't you? And
you've got to, haven't you? You really got to, and I've got the help and support of my two daughters, which is, they're my rocks at the moment, so, yeah.
And the other thing is, at this time more than any other, we should realize that life is a gift. So, unfortunately, others that we love are no longer blessed with the gift, but we still are. So don't waste it. Don't waste it. And life is a gift, and I'm sure those that leave us wouldn't want us to spend the rest of our lives just, with our head in our hands, grieving. It's, there's still.
I'll tell you what, though, Boaty, it makes you grow up pretty quick. You know what I mean?
I do.
I've never done anything. I've never made a will or anything like that, and that's all been done now. My daughters get everything when I go. You know what I mean? So
right.
Yeah, it makes you grow up rather fast. I say grow up. I'm bloody 73 and still haven't grown up. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. I don't think I even began to grow up until I lost my mum, and because before that, there was always somebody else there to deal with things. But when I lost my mum, my dad was never any use at anything. So that was the first time that the buck stopped with me, And then of course I lost my dad as well, and then friends start you get to an age where friends start falling off the twig, and I totally understand that, because in a sense, we're boys, we never grow up, but in another sense, then there are milestones in life where we have to put our big boy pants on, aren't there? And
exactly, yeah, right. Well, I'm not going to hold your stream up any longer.
Oh, mate, you are welcome anytime.
Just say to each and every person in chat, thank you for the kind wishes and the support. It's been really very much appreciated. Yeah,
well, I mean, so at the age you are, we know you've got a car, we know you're mobile.
Well, I will have. It's got to go away to have the gearbox sorted out, will you believe?
Oh, what, the new one?
Yeah. Well, remember the new one's only 2013.
Yeah, that's brand new in my book.
And it's got a semi-auto gearbox, and it started behaving a bit weird. Maybe that's why I got it so bloody cheap. And
God.
So I'm having it shipped down to Sheffield to have the gearbox sorted out.
Have you still got the Motability car?
No, that's gone back. That went back. Was it funeral?
Oh God. Oh well.
Yeah. So.
Oh well. Well, we're not.
Oh well, it can't be sorted. We'll come out in a wash.
The point is, we're gonna drag you out. We're gonna drag you out for lunch, and we're gonna annoy you by making you do stuff and meet us and all of that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because you're not a million miles away, are you?
No, I'm not. I'm all up in Leeds, aren't I? So
quick whiz up the motorway, or you can get your ass down to the Peak when you get a working car.
Thing is Leeds ready for Boaty?
I have been to Leeds actually, so it won't come as a complete surprise to it. Not the best memories in fairness. The one time I went to Leeds was when I was, uh, um, oh God, when I was however old I was. I think I was 4 or 5, and then had to spend a year in a wheelchair. And the other time I went to Leeds, I was arrested.
That sounds about right. West Yorkshire Police.
Yeah, yeah. But there we are. Yeah, we will drag you out to a community carvery or two.
Well, anyway, I'll let you get on with stream, Boaty, my friend.
Okay, mate. Best wishes to the family, and keep that chin up and keep on marching forwards.
I will. Until I speak later, I shall see you all later. Good night, everybody, and take care.
Yeah, you take care too, mate. All the best.
Okay. Night.
Yeah, night. Ah, the lovely Tonic 110. Really good to hear his voice. I did think about him on Monday. Obviously, it was a bit of a thing day, and the live stream was a bit mad, so I didn't actually talk about anything. But he and his word in my thoughts, and I'm sure that that they were in all of yours too. I've lost another load of comments now, but we can't be worrying about that. So we will just catch up with who we've got in here. Shelley, the lovely Shelley Denise is with us. The fabulous Nigel, 00 Garage. Alan Simpson is here. Greetings, Honourable Bridges. And the Pontoon of Pleasure himself. I like that. The Pontoon of Pleasure. Oh, I tell you what, Tonic, cheers. Here's to the happy memories that you hold, and here's to you and your family having the strength to move forward and still find pleasure in life, which is, I'm sure, what your wife would wish for you all. Cheers. Good health. Tricia Alderman is with us also, no doubt, with the lovely Paul. Good evening, Boaty, and all in chat, and good evening to you. Stand by your beds for Boaty, says Lord Stiff Upper Lip VIP. Well, that's a bloody small tent if I've ever seen one, says Jen. Right, I'm going to have to... Right, I'm going to have to tell you the story about the tent, aren't I? Apologies if I'm missing anything in comments, but I need to tell you that. Right, so today was tea day. Today was tent day. Now, the tent that I had my eye on was the Eurohike Avon 3 DLX Nightfall or something like that. And it was £74 to go outdoors. Now, you have to be a member to get that price, and membership costs £5. So total price, £79. Now, I knew that in 2 Ton Ted, the tenting tin, there was £80. So, boom, bosh, sorted. So I did something I hate doing. You all know I hate it. I went down. Look, I'm sitting sideways. You know it's story time when I'm sitting sideways. So I went down into town today, and I went down to go outdoors. And I don't know if you've ever been to go outdoors. I'm sure many of you have. It's only the second time I've ever been there. The first time was with Mustard, and he spoiled it by being like a nagging wife. Oh, good, a voice note for the intermission. I'll tell you this story, then we'll have an intermission. Well, it's not a story. I'll tell you what happened today. It's not a story at all. So, yeah, so the way it works is in the Chesterfield branch, you go in, you go upstairs for the tents, and then there's there's one out on display. Oh, I tell you what, at the door when I walked in, oh, there was a roof tent. There were a few roof tents. God, I'd love a roof tent. But there was one in there. It was an OEX, looked really nice, built-in mattress and everything, and it was only 695 quid. And I'm doing the only because obviously 695 quid is an enormous amount of money. An enormous amount of money. Well, for me anyway. I mean, it's, there's, you think about, it's just an amount of money that isn't just, you just don't think about it. It's an amount of money that isn't part of your world. 695 quid, that's not an amount uh, in my world anyway. However, in terms of a roof tent, it's quite cheap. And I looked at that and I thought, oh God, that would be nice. But anyway, so you go upstairs to where the tents are, and the tents are all put up out on display, and then the tents that you buy are either inside the display tents or to the side of them. So I went and looked at the one that I had picked out, and there were no tents there for sale. I've got the 80 quid in, well, I was going to say in my hot little hand, but it wasn't, and it wasn't even in my pocket. The 80 quid from 2 Ton Tent to Tentington was in Wilfred wallet, but it was there, ready to go, ready to be spent. And the tent was ready to come home with me, and there were none for sale. So I caught the attention of an assistant, a female assistant, a young female assistant with, forgive me, but a really excellent bottom, first class. I mean, top of the range, absolutely marvelous. And I said, if there are no tents in the tent or by the tent, does that mean you haven't got any in stock? Or, have you got some in the stock room or whatever? And she said, oh, no. If there are none there, then we haven't got any. Which one do you want? And I said, it's the Eurohike Avon 3. And she said, oh, okay. When do you want it for? I said, Monday. And she said, oh, I was going to suggest you order it direct from the warehouse, but it won't get here for Monday. So I thought, oh, right, okay. So I started looking at alternatives. Now, the thing with Eurohike is that they are an economy brand tent. Now, I found more out later, but they are an economy brand tent. Now, there was a tent the same visually and size-wise and everything. There was a tent that was the same as the Eurohike, but a new one by Berghaus, who I understand are like a very good tent manufacturer. And so it was kind of the same, but it was more expensive. So same size, same design, blah, blah, blah. But it was more expensive. It was 125 quid, which would be 130 with the joining the membership thingamybobbery. So I thought, okay, right, I haven't got the money because I only had the 2 Ton Tentington money with me. Well, I've only got it full stop. But I thought, maybe sort something at the restaurant, whatever. Maybe I can look at an alternative. So I started looking around at alternatives, and I had a chat with another operative, another assistant, who was very helpful, and had a proper chat. And she said, what he wanted to do. So I explained all of the things that I was wanting to do. I was explaining that I've got this really nice bed to go in it, that I've already got table, chairs, that I want to do a live stream from there, sitting at the chair and the table, be able to cook a bit of supper, so on and so on and so on. And she pointed out that the tent that I was considering, or any of the similar ones, would be completely useless. I hadn't thought about this. Number one, the bed won't fit in. Now, I did check, I'm not an idiot, I checked the measurements, and the dimensions of the bedroom in the tent that I was looking at are larger than the dimensions of the bed. However, tents taper, they go like that, and the bed is raised off the floor. So that means that the bed will not actually fit. So that's one thing. Second thing, the table won't go in. Third thing, the chair won't go in. Fourth thing, the other table won't go in. So basically, completely unsuitable. Absolute. So it's kind of a blessing that they didn't have any, because I would have just bought the damn thing. But yeah, I mean, she was very, very helpful. We talked it out properly, and yeah, the tent that I was looking at, completely no good, basically. So that was that. So I came home with my tail between my legs and 2-ton Ted the Tenting Tin's money in Wilfred wallet, and started having a little look online and stuff. And I consulted the newly appointed Boaty's World Consultant Minister for Tenting, otherwise known as Melanie. And she said, yeah, the tent, I told her what tent I was looking at. And so she went and had a look and said, yeah, that is completely useless. That is completely no good. She said the Eurahike tents, for a start, they're for kids to put up in the garden or to use at festivals and then forget to take home. And they're cheap for a reason. For a start, they're not waterproof, which seems mad. You'd think a tent should be waterproof, but there are degrees of waterproofness. And there is a thing called a hydrostatic head. And that tells you how waterproof the tent is. Now, the bare minimum for reasonable tenting, I'm assured, is 3,000 hydrostatic head. But really, you want 5,000 or 6,000 to be, reasonably waterproof. Well, the thing I was going to bloody buy is 2,000. So in other words, you're going to get wet through as soon as it starts. So that was the thing. And Mel also said that, she said, and quite apart from that, so then I started talking about the Berghaus. And she said, well, that's going to be better quality, of course. But honestly, with a tent like that, all you can do is crawl into it and sleep. And that's all you can do in it. And I kind of said, well, yeah, that's not what I want. I want a tent that I can put the bed in and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. So cutting a long story short, combining everything that I learned from the assistant in Go Outdoors and everything I learned from the newly appointed consultant minister for tenting of Boaty's World, pardon me, bit of a wine hiccup there. Right, so the minimum, absolute minimum size of tent that I need, if I'm going to fit the bed in, and I've bought the bed, so yeah, I want the bed to fit in now I've bought it. And if I want to be able to put a table and chair in the porch and have a reasonable chance of sitting at it, and if I want to be able to put a stove up and boil a kettle, then the minimum size of tent that I'm looking at is a 5 berth, even though there's only one of me. Of course, the bed is a king size bed. But that's the way that, oh gosh, excellent voice messages for the intermission. That's the way that it seems to work. They do the sizing on tents based on you being like sardines or squash. In fact, if you look at the picture, it shows this is a 5 berth tent and it shows 5 people all sleeping, touching each other from head to toe. So, yeah, so that is what I need in order to do the tenting in the way that I want to do it. So I don't just want to crawl into it and go to sleep. because then I can't do a live stream. Then I can't eat, I can't cook. Yeah, so I've been looking at completely the wrong sort of tent. Now, the cheapest tent that will fit the purpose that that between us we can find is drum roll, £249, which will be £254 by the time you add on the membership doings. And 2 ton Ted the tenting tin contains £80. So do the maths. That's oh Christ, hold on, 174. Right, so there is a £174 shortfall. So tenting is going to be postponed for a while. Specifically, tenting is going to be postponed until 2 ton Ted the tenting tin or whatever can make up £174 shortfall. So yeah, it's going to take a little bit of saving for, but honestly, I would rather do that than if I'd have bought that tent, it would have been a disaster, and it could have been a double disaster. It could have been a disaster in that I wouldn't have been able to do anything that I wanted to. I wouldn't have been able to put my bed in there. I would have had nowhere to sleep. I would have had nowhere to do a live stream, nowhere to boil a kettle, nowhere to make some supper. It would have been an absolute nightmare. And if it rained, it would have been even more of a nightmare, because the bloody thing isn't waterproof, and I'd have ended up singing Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. But there would be nobody to hear it because I wouldn't have been live streaming. So there you go. That is the tent situation, darling. So no, I apologize. There is no tent on the table. Tenting will be postponed. It will happen. It's got to happen. So I've bought all of the gear. I've got the bed. I've got the sleeping bag. I've got everything apart from the bloody tent. So there's no way that I'm going to not do it. It's just going to take a little bit longer, darlings. So right, let's whiz back to I've missed a load of comments, haven't I? I'm halfway through tonight's video, says Alan Simpson, and enjoying. You've just parked up. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Emma says, my only thought regarding being only allowed to pass liquid but never a log is, what if you do liquid logs? Well, if they're liquid, they're not a log, are they? Think about it. You've answered your own question there. Silly question, says Mark. What's happening with the Clay Cross Hotel upstairs conversion and neighbouring house purchase? I haven't got an update on that. I haven't seen Bish. As far as I know, the last time I heard, our offer had been accepted on the house and the hotel conversion upstairs is ready to go, but we were still waiting on planning permission being granted. The mystery caller is always Tonic, says Peter P. It wasn't on Monday, was it? It was sprinkling. So, yeah, I've got his number saved on one thing, but not on the other, so I need to sort that out. Oh, and Diane says, Tonic, I thought about you on Monday. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, there's lots of love going out. That's nice. Joanne Hill says, nice to see my work road on a video the other day. I spent 30 years working at Govan Road in Stoke-on-Trent. Good evening, all. Hope you've enjoyed the heat today. Good evening to you, Joanne. Thank you for joining us again. Right, that was obviously in the trying to keep up with the TVR video. Oh, more love going out to Tonic. Totally true, Boaty, says Bernard. I don't know what was totally true, but thank you, Bernard. What? I don't know what the hell that meant. What was that comment about? Weird. uh, oh, Bernard sending kind wishes to Tonic. That's lovely. Everybody's sending kind wishes to Tonic. Oh, Morby. Yeah, that everybody's sending love to Tonic and to Leeds. Brilliant. Here's to you, Tonic, says Bernard. Oh, this is very sweet. Oh, this is lovely to see. And then Josh joined us at that point and says, good to be here. Good to have you as always. Go outdoors, Waddington, says Bernard. Oldie's got loads of tenting stuff in at the moment, says Caregoing One. Good evening to one and all, says Josh. Simone purchased a gazebo. 2 meters by 2 meters. It cost 59 quid on eBay with sides and sandbags. Excellent. Boaty Goes to Town sounds like a 1970s sitcom plot. And Bernard got 2 chairs for the garden for 14 quid in Tesco with the club card. Did you wave your willy to get the shop assistant's attention? I did not. She was talking out of her ass. Well done, Bernard. Boaty, go and get an ex-army tent. More hardy. Oh, bloody hell. Eurahike sounds like one of Boaty's adult VHS tapes. I have the Go Outdoors membership, says Bernard, and I'm not afraid. I remember you telling me the other day. He's going to have to get a bloody long sleeping bag. He's thinking too much, says Stu. Just buy a fucking tent. Oh, for FFS, says Emma. Common sense, Boaty. Looks like open air, not tenting, says Jen. I've been wondering all this time, says Emma. I just assumed he knew what he was doing and thought, let him get on with it. I didn't have a clue. Diane says, Boaty, buying or not, is becoming like a story of how the universe was created. Oh, dear. Oh, oh, did you, Bernard? A massive scene in a tent during a thunderstorm. Boaty, did you not look at the dimensions of the tent you were not intending to buy? I don't understand that. Did you not look at the dimensions of the tent you were not intending to buy? Well, no, I didn't look at the dimensions of a tent I wasn't intending to buy. No, why would I do that? It's actually fun, says Bernard. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. What a twat, says Jimmy Quinn. Oh, let's talk about cycling again, says Mustard. Yes, I like cycling, says Bernard. New hobby. Oh, God, you challenged me to a bloody triathlon back in the day. Don't forget that. It's a long-winded way of saying he's not going tenting, says Mark. I am going tenting. I am, no. And Jim Bob says, forget tenting and go back to netting. No, I bought all the gear. I'm going to do it. But you might not even like tenting, Boaty. Can't you borrow a tent? No, I will like it and I will keep doing it. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Whizzing through these. We should all have had a bet, says Diane. We knew it wasn't going to happen. It is going to happen. I have a solution for you, says Mustard. Oh, it's time for the intermission and the voice notes, isn't it? Me and Boaty had a bet and we both lost, says Bernard. Oh, did you have a cheeky fiver on it as well? Still running, darling. Let's have a cheeky intermission, shall we? And catch up with our lovely voice notes. The first voice that you hear will be that of a hairy lunatic.
Hello, Boaty.
Hello.
Do you know, I think it really is about time that you did the honest thing and just shut the fuck up. You can't say cutting a long story short when you've spent 15 minutes explaining it, you pillock. Listen, I have a tent. I have quite a big tent. You can have it. Come along, take it, and do some tenting. Okay? No more excuses. It's going to happen next week.
They're not excuses. I'm just explaining how things are not going entirely as planned. That's all. No excuses here.
Hello there, Boaty.
Hello.
Don't forget to pound that box as if you went tenting and you went to get in your sleeping bag and there was a horse's head in there.
Well, bugger me down sideways.
Twat.
One box, £1. 3, 2, 1. In it goes. 1 pounded box. It's going to happen. I'm not backing out of this. I'm not backing out of it. You have to understand. I need this to happen because remember why it's happening. It's happening so that Snowdonia and North Wales in general can still be part of my life because I can't make it work in Netty and I can't financially make it work in hotels and I can't emotionally make it work in budget hotels because they are soul destroying. So it's going to happen and it's 174 quid, darlings. Now, yeah, that's a chunk of money for me, but it's not an impossible chunk of money. It's just going to take a little while. That's all. So it's a rain check. It's not a this is not happening. How can it not happen when I've got... Look, let me remind you. Oh, it's another unknown caller. Good evening, unknown caller.
The unknown caller is Tonic again.
Oh, hello, mate.
Hello, mate. I've just been watching your stream and your mate Mustard has just offered you a tent to use.
Yes.
Use it for the first time and see how you like it. That way, you know, everybody's expecting you to go tenting.
Yes.
You know, everyone's looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And if Mustard's offered you the tent, just use it so you don't let people down.
I've a couple of people have offered me tents, but the idea of using a tent that's been in somebody's attic for the last 8 years doesn't fill me with confidence.
Well, it's Mustard's attic and he hasn't got that many moths, has he?
I don't know. Steve offered me a tent, but yeah, it's literally, and that was the example I was using. It's literally been in the attic for 8 years, completely unused. Dino offered me a tent, but it's an old canvas and pole job. No, it'll happen. It's just going to take a little while.
The whole point I'm trying to make is it's no good splashing out a load of money to use the tent once, find you absolutely hate doing it, and you've just spent all that money for nothing.
Yeah, but the point is I can't just use it once because I've already splashed out a load of money on everything else apart from the tent. So I've got to keep doing it because it's not just the tent. I've bought I bought an amazing bed, I've bought a sleeping bag, I've bought all of the other bits and pieces to go with it.
You need a pretty high tent for the pod you're in, don't you? You know what I mean?
Chance would be a fine thing. Oh, God. My pottering days are over.
Yeah. And chat, while you can still hear me, thank you for everything that you're saying in chat. I'm sorry I'm not typing, but yeah.
Nah, I know.
One of those nights. No, I just wanted to say that because if Mustard's offered you a 10, at least just try it for once and see if you like it. First.
No, I'm going to. I've gone too far. I've already invested reasonably heavily in everything else. So I'm already committed to. Already committed to doing it and doing it regularly, and I want to. It's not a question of will I enjoy it, will I only do it the once. It's a question of I need to do it, so I will do it for the first time. It will probably be a disaster, but I will learn how to do it better. Because during the months where the weather is good, tenting is my ticket to Snowdonia and North Wales. And so that's it. It has to work. I have to make it work. So,
I'm sorry, my friend. I just had to put me 2 pence in.
No, that's
I hope
fine.
I didn't offend you.
Not in the least. I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, so I'll let you get back to your stream again. Sorry for the second interruption. But...
Not a problem, buddy. Catch you in a bit.
Okay. Good night.
Bye-bye. And another little voice note pinged in the interim. Oh, 2 little voice notes, actually. Goodness me.
Use the fucking tent, you useless twat. It's never even been out of the bag.
Well, what sort of tent is it? Is it suitable? I mean, details, dear boy. Right. The next voice that you hear will be Posh.
Hello, Boaty.
Told you.
I hope you don't mind, but last night I had a dream that I was doing extremely naughty things in Minge Bag. Sorry, Guy, it wasn't with you. But I did wake up before I got a chance to clean the seats, so sorry about that.
Hang on. You were shagging somebody else in my car and left a mess in the... Dear me. Oh. Well, this live stream has taken a strange and surreal turn, hasn't it? Mustard, while you're there and actually watching, have you got any Rover 100 seats, or do you know where there are any? I've been chatting with Simon, and I need a pair of Rover 100 seats that came out of a 3-door, so the back folds down. Anyway, let's get back to the comments. Jimmy Quinn says, it's like buying a car without the engine, twat. Oh, dear. Sorry, got it. The live stream tickle. What time is it? Oh, bloody hell, time's marching on, isn't it? Emma says, Boaty, just a reminder that you've got about 2 months left of the Heights of Abraham. Do any new scrotal creatures fancy going with Boaty? Yeah, would anybody like to come to the Heights of Abraham with me? I am due another visit. I would like to do a second version of the one that I did before. I would love to have a day where go to Matlock Bath, go to the Heights of Abraham, have lunch, have a nice walk up there, then jump back into the motorhome, go to the Firs, which is kind of my favorite. It's a lovely site, and spend the night there. So if anybody wants to come and do that with me, do please shout out. Another voice note, darlings.
The moral of the story is, dear Boaty did not get a tent because dear Boaty wants a good old spanking. Oh, what a twat.
Right, well, two things with regard to that. Two things with regard to that. I haven't got a tent yet, but I will get a tent, and it will be a suitable tent. Now that I've got the consultant minister for tenting offering some input, and I've done some research, and I've actually looked at the tent that I was planning to buy that I've never actually looked at before, and climbed inside it, which I'd never done before. That a tent is coming, darlings. It's just not necessarily coming. Well, it didn't come today, which was the plan. I set out with all good intentions today. I emptied 2 ton Ted the tenting tin. I went there, and if that tent had been in stock, then I would have just bought it, came home, had lunch, and the tent would have been on there. And some of you, possibly Emma by the sound of it, might have been thinking, well, hang on, I know what that tent is like. He's not, and I've seen the bed. He's not going to be able to put that bed in that tent. But nobody told me. Nobody said anything. I told you. I put the tent in the Amazon wish list thing. So, and I said to you, right, you can, I know nothing about tenting. Have a look at the tent. This is the tent that I'm planning to buy. Let me know if it's suitable or not. And nobody said a bloody word. Nobody said, yeah, that'll be great. Or nobody said, no, that's you twat. That's idiotic. You can't do anything that you're planning to do. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm relying on you lot, and you've been no help. So technically, this is all your fault. So don't be giving me any grief. I've been out there, put it out there. I've admitted I know nothing. And genuinely, and you can check online, you can go and check the stock at the Chesterfield store. Thank God they were out of stock, because if they hadn't been out of stock, I would have just bought it. It would be there on the table, and I would have gone to bloody Snowdonia because I've told you, I'm not practicing, I'm not trying anything. It's all going in the car, unopened, and I'm just going to set the camera up and film it, and I'm going to try and do it. And it would have been awful, because I would have ended up in Snowdonia with a tent that I can't get the bed in, so I've got nowhere to sleep. Literally nowhere to sleep. No table, no chair, no live stream, no cooking, no nothing. It would have been an absolute fecking disaster. So thank God they were out of stock. I've had a lucky escape. Oh God, the voice messages are flying in now. Don't bother leaving any comments, darlings. You've got two hopes of your comment being read out. Slim and none, and Slim's out of town.
You've asked for this, matey. I am going to use my own tent, which I've never got out of the bag, and I'm going to do your challenge before you do it. Wanker.
Are you balls? Are you balls? Your wife won't allow you to do it, and you are the most under the thumb man I've ever met. You've got no chance. If you do the chat right, if you do the tenting challenge before I do it, and you do it properly, then I will allow you to drive me around the yard, or Rochdale, depending on whether it's MOT'd or not. I will allow you to drive me around the yard, or Rochdale, in the back of your tuk-tuk, and I will do it stark bollock naked. All right? Now, Hedgehog of Truth, there you go. That is there. That is on video. If you do it before I do it, that is what I will do. Hedgehog of Truth, I will do it. stark bollock naked. I'm pretty safe because you won't do it. By your own admission, you've had that tent for over 30 years and never even taken it out of the bag. Even if you did, your missus wouldn't let you out overnight. And even if you actually did all of that, then the tuk-tuk's never going to bloody work, is it? So I'm in no danger of being driven around in it. But challenge accepted, challenge returned. There you go. Put that in your hairy pipe and smoke it.
Well, Boaty, the reason I didn't say to you that tent doesn't seem suitable for what you are wanting, putting in a ginormous podgering bed, putting in chairs, putting in a table, putting in a microwave. The reason I didn't say this is because I learned quite a long time ago that you don't argue with Boaty because he would never, ever, ever let you in. So I just thought, shut up, let him get on and make his mistakes, and then we can all jolly well laugh at him. You great wambling twat.
You know what? That's just hit home because you're not the first woman to say that to me. I'll just play that second one again. I enjoyed that.
You great wambling twat.
Somebody should have said something. Oh, God. Look, it could have been worse, darlings. It could have been worse. I could be in Snowdonia with no bed. As it happens, I found out in the nick of time. Right. Tell you what, let's open these before it gets too late or before my head falls off. These are from the lovely Tracy, which is incredibly kind. And, it's always good when something comes from our Tracy. I've got no idea what these are. So this is a voyage of discovery, darlings. A voyage of discovery. Oh, hello.
Emma, I just think he just wants his arse on the table and have a good old spanking.
Right.
That's like the twat.
Right. I forgot about that. That was the other thing I meant to say. Hold on a minute. Right. This needs saying. Now, I know that, right, how can I put this? I try to be a modern man open to new ideas. I try not to gender stereotype. I am actually a feminist, believe it or not. And I believe that women are amazing creatures who can do anything almost as well as men. I'm joking. I am a feminist, and I think women are, generally speaking, on the whole, better human beings than men. I think the world should be run by women. I genuinely do. I am aware of all of the frailties of the male of the species, even though I am one. However, I have to say this. I try to be modern, and I try to be, when it comes to being a man, I am old school, very old school. And I'm also, and this might surprise you, but I am pretty much, despite appearances, I'm classic alpha male. Yeah, I just am. Now, so when it comes to spanking or things of that nature, you are never, ever going to find me with my arse on the table. When it comes to spanking, I am the spanker rather than the spankee. You will never... And all of this Oh my God, I can't believe I'm talking about this. I didn't know this was a thing. Boo had an unhealthy obsession with always wanting to put things up my bottom. And apparently that's a thing. I've learned this. I've learned quite a lot of things recently. Apparently it's called pegging. Well, you can call it what you want. To me, it's an act of blatant puffery. And it's no, just no. I'm old school, and I'm a man's man, not in a God get myself in trouble here. Yeah, so you're never going to find me offering my arse up for a spanking. That's not happening. The other way around, hell yeah, definitely. Oh, 100%. But no, I'm, yeah. There's a good line from a behind the scenes of Gavin and Stacey when they were talking about Mick, Gavin's father. And the description of Mick was he allows his wife to wear the trousers until he needs to take them back. And that's kind of a pretty good description of me. I'm all for equality, I'm all for empowerment. And all of that shenanigans. But when push comes to shove, I'm always going to be the man. So you never go, no bugger's ever going to spank me or bend me over and shove something up my motorway. Oh no, that's not happening. Yeah, I am very much the, well, anyway, we don't need to talk about that sort of thing, do we? I mean, we were having a nice chat about tents. But yeah, just to put it out there ain't nobody spanking me. No way, no how, nowhere. The other way around, though, whoa, bring it on. And say thank you, sir, after each one. And count them. Right, let's get back to opening this. Oh dear. Right, what have we got? Oh, hello. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a little hedgy knob warmer. Oh, how lovely. Look, it matches and everything. Look. It's a lovely little hedgy knob warmer, or possibly prophylactic device. Well, let's try that on. Joking. Ah, actually, that might go on Nettie's gear knob. There we are. I wonder what it's supposed to be. I mean, it does look like a knob warmer, really. Thank you, Tracy. And now this one has got a bit of weight to it. So let's see what's in here, shall we? How do we get into it? Okay. Tricky. Is it this one? Oh God, I'm going to fail a basic how to open a box thing. Sorry, Don, there was a power cut when I was at work and I keep glancing at the clock and it's just flashing. So what time is it? Oh God, it's late. Oh, it's a mug. 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 Ooh. Oh. It's a Muggington mug, darlings. There you go. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Oh, bless you. Oh, that's. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to put you in there. Pop those in there. Right, let's have a little look at the comments, shall we, before we bugger off ski. Oh, hang on. There's another voice note.
Okay, that's enough. I'm hot and sweaty enough as it is. We don't need any more of that. Thank you. Oh.
Thank you, Jen. Right, what now? Well, I mean, the comments have just gone to pot. I mean, right. There have been so many, no doubt, wonderful comments, and I've missed all. Oh, God, what's that now? Oh, bear with. It's another voice message, but via another medium.
The hedgehog is a thing you can put something, it's supposed to be chocolate, it could be a pebble or something in.
Oh.
And the mug, you need to turn it on its side.
Oh.
And if you turn it on its side, you might notice something else.
Okay. 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 So there you go. There you go. There you go. Right. That is now my favourite thing in the world. Oh, well done, Tracy. Did they see that? Can you see that, darling? Let me give you a slightly. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Flower. Oh, that's going to. I'll tell you what I'm going to do with that. That is going to go with the mug from the lovely Mr. Parry, and they're going to be my 2 tenting mugs, because God loves an optimist. So if you notice, with all of the tenting gear, I've set everything up for 2. I've got a king-size bed. I've got a king-size sleeping bag. Everything is set up for 2 people, because optimism. So why not have 2 mugs? Oh, I didn't see that. I thought, what the hell's that? That makes no sense at all. And then, oh yeah, that's clever. That's very good. Right, let's have a last look at the comments before we sod off, shall we? Tenting is really no fun in hot weather, says Mr. Care. Oh, I think it'd be brilliant. Oh, Bernard, it's a beautiful location. What is a beautiful location? Hang on, I will miss something. Oh, there's a nice place to stay in Ashbourne. Sandy Brook, swimming pool and sauna included. Oh, tell you what, I'll screenshot that then, and I'll have a look at that. Because the first time that I do tenting, I am going to do it local. I'm not going to do Snowdonia on the first one, because I'm worried now that I almost made one massive mistake. I might have made many more. So when it happens, it's going to happen local for the first one. So Ashbourne is local as far as I'm concerned. So thank you, Bernard. I'll have a look at that. Air Force One, good evening. Tenting is on my to-do list, says Matron. Not this year, but soon. Oh, well, I'm still hoping to do it this year. Jim Bob says, off topic, am I bonkers, or is it supposed to be a video about your sleepwalking, Boaty? Yeah, there is a video. It is it's the which one is it? It's the it's not tonight. It's the one before. It's the first night off grid. That was the sleepwalking one, wasn't it? If you go up the Heights of Abraham with Boaty, you get to see him pooping his pants. Well, not quite, but yeah, the cable cars are a bit. Costas is the best chippy on the Matlock Bath front, in my opinion, says Jonathan Fletcher. I have been there. What will come first, asks Emma, the tent or Christmas? He's reaching the end of his bullshit talent, says Mustard. I am not. £29.50 for a 3-minute cable car ride, says Jonathan Fletcher. Yeah, but I've got a season's pass, thanks to Emma. I thought, says Matron, the tent was chosen very carefully after much advice from an earlier tenting expert. Clearly not the correct expert to be listening to. Well, yeah, exactly. That's why I've now got a newly appointed Boaty's World consultant minister of tenting. And she knows her onions. Bernard says, Boaty, stop, as if anyone wants to check go outdoor stock. Bloody Snowdonia, this is getting intense. I feel you in a post-apocalyptic situation. Oh dear. Big Mama is with us. Good evening to you, and says, who wants to see you naked? Well, nobody, I should imagine. Maybe my doctor. I'm going to love this, you daft bugger, says Mustard. Do it. Do it. Get it done, son. Put your money where your mouth is. At this time of night, you're all mouth and no trousers. Oh, yeah, I'll go with you next time that you go away in Nettie. And what happens the next day? Yeah, I'll see if I'm allowed out. What happens then? Nothing. No word from you at all. Not a sausage. All talk, no trousers. That's you. Yeah, you get yourself out tenting. Let's see if it happens. And I stand by what I said. You do it before me, properly, and I will back of your tuk-tuk, stark bollock naked. Hedgehog of truth. What a twat, says Jimmy Quinn. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, Tonic 110 says, thank you all of my friends for the love and support you've shown me. He likes to give the spatula and doesn't want to receive it, says Emma. That is entirely correct. Can't read that out. Or that. It was the other way around that day up Blackstone Edge with me, mate, says Mustard. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, right. Okay, darlings, right, it is time to go. I'm just whizzing through these now. I can't read most of it. I certainly can't read that. Bloody hell. All the camping stuff for 2, but no tent. Piffling details. Oh, good evening, Chris. I never thought I'd say this, says Matron, but I'm looking forward to a stark bollock naked Boaty in the back of Mustard's tuk-tuk. Yeah, I don't think anybody was expecting that, Matron. Right, that's it. I've caught up with the comments by ignoring them all. And that is it. Right, well, you've cheered me up no end, darlings. I've loved this. I'm no longer thinking about my dreadful headache. I'll think about it in the morning, but I don't give a shit at the moment. It's this has been a really good laugh, and I'm going to go to bed a happy man. Thank you, Tracy, for the lovely gifts. I do love that. That is very clever. Thank you to Kegon for becoming a channel member, and thank you to you all for giving me and the community your time. Oh yeah, and thank you for watching the video that came out tonight. And thank you for liking it if you did, and thank you for leaving a comment and all of that shenanigans. Thank you to my newly appointed Boaty's World Consultant Minister of Tenting. Thank you to Matron and Emma, Tracy and Emma, Matron and the M11 for their wonderful moderation duties, doings, things. And yeah, that's it, basically. It's really late. This has gone on too long. Tenting is going to happen. Watch this space. This is not me wimping out, and you are not going to see me naked in the back of Mustard's tuk-tuk. I will do it before he does. I will find a way. Where there's a willy, there's a way. You'll see. Right, I'm off. I'm going to get a shower. I'm going to get changed. I'm going to get some supper. And I'm going to be in Betty by Booze by 1 o'clock at the latest. And I'm going to keep my fingers, legs, and testicles crossed that I wake up without the headache that I had this morning, because, oh my God, it was unendurable. It was horrific. It was horrendous. It was, oh God, it was terrible. So let me wish you, has that candle gone out? Oh, I think it's still going. Let me wish you all a safe and peaceful night and a decent day tomorrow. May it bring pleasure, may it bring joy, may it at the very least be manageable. The candle, which is just about going, will be relit tomorrow. Oh, and it's a late one. God, it's Friday tomorrow, isn't it? So yeah, late one, short but sweet. 11:30 tomorrow, a shorter one, but hey, there we are. Oh, God, right. Can't wait to see you next time, darlings. So on that note, it's good night from me. All the love in the world. Pachoo! And indeed, I made you wait for that. Bosh.